swear down this is actually going to be a thing now where I start off streams like complete darkness and you just get hello, that's his name. Yes, Squish. Jessie, sit down, baby. Jessie's so excited today for me to stream. She's literally not left me alone for the last half an hour. It's driving me insane in the nicest way possible. Here I am trying to set up and Jessie's like, mods, please, play, mods. I love her, but bloody hell. Please, leave me alone. How you doing, both of you? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a good Friday. I went to look at the date then, like, what day is it, man? I'm like, oh yeah, it's Friday, that's why I'm streaming, you dumbass. Why do you always feel disappointed of your luck? Why do you feel disappointed? Yeah, that is a good question. Why do you feel like it's like your bad luck that you got named that? I actually quite... You know what? Like, I literally, like, Chris was like, you feel free to change it. I just wanted to prove a point. But you know what? Fair is fair. His name is Jeff, and I don't hate the name Jeff. Don't get me wrong. It's more the association of the name Jeff that it has to be back to Jeff, like the survivor. You know what I mean? Although it doesn't have to be for us. It can be for Chris, but it doesn't have to be for us, right? We can just pretend. I think Jeff is fine. Because it was so close to pick another name. You think, you guess it was your name. I don't even remember what it was. I don't remember, to be honest. Let's have a look. Seems as I'm in the rush to start today's stream, you know, just talk shit. Oh, that's my face. That is my face, I can see. Oh! Sorry. I don't know why that's so great to me. Wow, all of a sudden I've forgotten how to work Twitch. Doing good? I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you stopped by today as well. We missed you last stream. We missed you. Bro. You know what? It doesn't matter though, does it? Let's be honest. No, I'm gonna do it. Said I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go on to the end. Dating simulator. Names on there. No, mute myself. Right. Oh yeah, it was right before Poe. Oh my god. RIP. RIP. Right, hello. You're busy AF. Can't blame you though, right? It's that time of year. That's why I'm kind of doing like a low-key stream today, because I don't want to miss streaming. But why can't you use emotes? I think your gifted sub ran out. Yeah, I think so. Because at the moment I had 9 last night, but now I've got 8 sub points, so RIP. RIP, yeah, that means you're gonna get adverts as well. Not adverts, no! Everything is going wrong. I apologise. Okay, or Ash can just gift the sub. Thank you, Ash, for gifting that. Wait, that's your resub. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I thought you were gifting a sub then. I was like, bro, it's like, you're teasing Alex doing that. They subbed for 2 months. I'm currently on a 2-month streak. I can't remember how to do what I want to do. Yeah. Oh, I can't do this right now. Don't worry about it. Anyway. It's not even my resub, it's just an announcement. Well, give me a sec. Okay. Anyway, right, we're doing the dating simulator. Before I get too distracted where I'm talking shit the entire time. Don't know why I put that down. We're doing the dating simulator. I'm sure you can hear the music in the background. I'm gonna put it up. We're doing the dating simulator. We'll do it for a bit. For a bit. Because then I'm not missing the stream. But you know what? I'm just not feeling DBD today. I did have an idea in mind, but then I just decided, you know what? Dating simulator, it's gotta be the way to go. So there you go. Bath of my hair. Do I look okay? No, it's fine. I'm not gonna lie, I've not done anything to my hair. I got out the shower and fell asleep this evening, and that was it. Here I am. This is how my hair dries. Nothing done to it. No scrunch, no nothing. It's just like awkwardly wavy. Right. Dating simulator, that's the thing that I'm doing. I'll keep the chat up, I think, on the side. Right. Loading game. I'm not doing a new game because obviously we want to continue with mommy. I'll think about doing the voices. I've forgotten all of them. I kind of want to get through it in like a reasonable amount of time, and it takes me like 50 years to swap between the voices. But you know, I hate to break up such a passionate moment that we only assume was passionate because we'd never spy on you constantly while you stay on the islands. Sure, buddy. But then, do you know what though? I'm gonna do a poll. I feel like I'm stalling today, but I'm not. I'm just, my mind's all over the place. Or, even better, even better, at some point I could do a prediction right now. Could do a prediction. Why am I doing that? Don't need that. No. No, I don't need that. No, I'm doing I'm doing a poll. I'm doing a poll. I've got to get Ash to do this, but he's not here. It's fine. Oh, you've gifted a sub. You beat me to it. I was gonna do that. I was gonna do it as a Christmas present. I was gonna do that for a Christmas present for Alex. How rude of you to do such a thing. I'm joking. Woo! No ads again! Woo! Welcome back, Ash. You know what? Let's just give it 10 minutes. Why not? We were on the same page. I don't even know I hope she's here. I hope she comes back if she isn't anyway. Or they I don't know which one she prefers because she was by both. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Do I actually have the screen up? Yeah, good for me. You can tell I'm all over the place today. I'm just like boom, 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 boom. Look, what squish. This will calm me down, right? The squish is true. Don't blame it on me. That's true friendship. Anyway, but Binner. Oh, no worries. You deserve it. Oh, you got deleted? How? You didn't even send that much. I don't understand why that got blocked, to be honest. I'm gonna have to look at Nightbot and beef it a little bit, because that is not, I swear my settings are set really high for that. Nightbot is always present. Mwati it all. Right. But Binner. Binner. Bin her? Throw her in a bin? It's the holidays. Nightbot doesn't understand holidays. Nightbot's always here to beef. Right, but I can't say it properly now. I was joking, but now I can't do it. Right. But dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation when there's so many more interesting things to die from. Cheers! The music has started again. I was missing it, to be fair. To voice or not to voice? Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. It's totally gone. Don't remember the Huntress's one at all. I just remember it kind of sounded like Lady Dimitrescu. She was English. You expecting what? This one I remember was like, you were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall? I was gonna say grand ball? Balls? With a huge banquet table? This isn't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Yeah, give the bubba a treat. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. What can I say? I'm a catch, man. I'm a sugar mommy. I'm not just a fucking mommy. I'm a sugar mommy. What can I say? That's what they want. They want my money. Oh my god. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. I mean, come on, he does it to himself though. Like, I swear they purposely make Trapper so irritating as a character that you just don't want to go for him. But it's kind of like in the game, maybe it's like because I don't like Trapper in the game that I don't like him in the dating sim. But like all of the rest of them, him, not interested at all. Not one bit. Like, he's just annoying to me. He just thinks he's the shit, and I'm like, but fucking look at Huntress and just stop. You're like the one who's the shit right now, who can be that cocky is Huntress, and she's kind of just like down to earth and kind of cute. Kind of cute, not gonna lie. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Didn't know Trickster was here. Oh, there he is, the man himself. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprise. Yeah, well, they don't call him expected, sir. Okay. What a great joke. Good job. Good job. So smart. I'm sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds of killers. And my whole shtick, said it right, gets a little flustered. See, this is what, he doesn't even have a voice. He doesn't even have a voice, you know? And he's like arguably the one who needs the voice over the rest of them because he has like, he's the shit, isn't he? He's supposed to be the shit. Yo. What's poppin'? Brand new rip. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not going there. I'm not doing weird shit this stream. I'll be normal AF. Alright, you know what? No voices. No voices. Apart from the narrator. They can have the voice, because that's not difficult. Hey there. You're looking good, mommy. Real good. Real good. Oh my god. Oh, this has totally reminded me. I was looking at the Steam sales and like stuff that I personally want that's on sale at the moment, because like loads of stuff is really heavily reduced. And I don't know if anyone remembers this game called Honey Pop that came out. Well, there's like a newer one that came out, which is basically where you date in like a threesome sense, which... But it's basically like a dating simulator, but actually sexual in a weird way. But it's also like mixed that with Candy Crush? Candy Crush? You know what I mean? Like the you know what I mean? Everyone knows what Candy Crush is, right? It's It's a lot. It's a lot, but I love it, right? So I've not bought it for streaming. I've just bought it for my personal self. And I've bought both of them now. So when I finish the first one, which is where you only date one person, I'm gonna move on to the second one and have myself some threesomes because. What is this? Two women on my shoulder, right? What a dream. No? Just me? Who needs one when you could get two? No, I'm joking, I'm happy with either, but can't say no to two beautiful women. And then some annoying ones, but it's alright. Anyway, back to not weird dating simulators. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this, we can't even fit everyone on screen at the same- Scream? I can't speak today, oh my. On screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Sauce? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Fair. Now that everyone now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. Sounds tasty. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Bless him. See, her voice, I remember, is like, hey! Can't forget Spirit's voice though, can you? Because it was just perfect, right? You didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. I'm pescatarian, sorry. I'm actually vegan. Seasoned with a specific number of herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. And his voice is annoying. It was like, my favourite. I actually like his voice. But of course I do. That's so vain of me. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Oh. Me and Rafe, once again, connecting. Which he knows, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? Ooh. Beef! I'm just sharing facts. You need to murder something to eat its meat. So that's like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true? Sure. Rafe is winning the poll. Do people want me to date the one that I actually want to date this time? Did we get sick of Spirit? Because like she's hot, but like she's depressing as shit, man. And so's Rafe, but we've got things in common. I don't want to talk about. Maybe I'm depressing, but he's like mysterious. Do you not think? Like he kind of grows on you, you know? Like, instantly the favourites are always going to be, like, Huntress or Spirit, I feel like. A little bit of internal bias towards women there from me, but, like, generally speaking, I just think they're the favourite. Right? Like, they immediately give off the energy you want to go for, but then, like, as it goes on, I feel like I wanted him before. I do want him to be before. I want him to, but that's because, like, we just vibe, you know? But it's different, right? I feel like he's, like... He grows on you more, like, as in, like, do you know what I mean? Like, he does kind of just grow on you, you know? Maybe that's just me, but he does. He grows on you, and then I'm like, well, actually, I'd probably right now pick Huntress or Wraith myself, not Spirit, but then again, I don't vibe with her. She's hot, and that's it, man. But we don't get along. You already got a loyalty to the Spirit? Kawaii girl? Yeah, that's why everyone wants her, isn't it? Because she's Uwu girl. I don't have a loyalty to her. But I should do, because we spent our first day with her. How great. And we faked a kiss together. Okay, enough yapping. Let's see. Hey, mommy. You thinking what I'm thinking? Sure. It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree buttons. Button-down prints, you know? Ah. Don't know how I feel about mommy. Do you not remember my name being mommy? Wait, they're calling you mom? That's what I picked my name to be. That's what I picked my name to be, as banter. And now I have to live with it. I thought it'd be funny because technically speaking, these guys are like the Dom energy, and I'm like the ooh, puny little human. But I was like, big human vibes. You remember? Yeah, I brought it on myself. I can't moan. I hate saying it out loud though. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. We do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meat. Wow, he's right for a change. Because I am, with my broad axe, it's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. Wow! Who says twain? That's very true, to be fair. The trapper, I agree with that question. Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Really? I wonder why. Asking about something to eat while mommy is there? What blind people, I know, right? I mean, look at this dish. I can't even say it seriously. I can't. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Ugh, you two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest! Innit? Enough, grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is? Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. See, if that was in the voice, it'd be like, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there because you're gonna be asking for the voice. Please, stop, please. I hate when we fight or talk or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Kinda hot though. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Can you imagine? Like, you want a clean cut on meat, and this man just gets a freaking skull and just goes, you know what I mean? Hey, mommy, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner? Felix? I don't want to eat Felix. Now I know his name, that's it. You're not supposed to name things you eat. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole, a katana. Strike. Can't remember what that's from. Mortal Kombat? I just made a Mortal Kombat reference in my... not out loud, but mentally. Something flaws. Yeah, you know what? Moving on. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. I can imagine that though. It doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning the weapon, or while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. That's true. Like, you know what? Think about it. In DBD, like, they wipe their weapon after every hit. It's struggling. My internet is struggling. it's probably just, there isn't anything I can do about it at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. If it's struggling, it's just gonna have to, if it's your internet or it's mine, that's fine. I mean, if it gets bad, then I'll just like end the stream and do it on a different day. Everything was grey in pixels. Wow, crazy. But I do a lot basically. Right, here's a little whole thing. Right, I'll turn the music down a bit. So like where I live is just not a good place, right, for internet. It's not good around here, just in general, you know, like it never is, and it's less about speed and more about like connection. I'm getting to, I'm not worried. I'm just saying like my connection can like come in and out where I am. And there's pretty much nothing I can do about it where I live, to be honest, like, because we've looked at it before. So I just kind of have to put up. So the connection it might waver. So if it does that, let me know if it's been a bitch about it today, because if it is, I won't stream over it, because it'll just keep going the entire evening. But I'm glad it's back to usual now. Right, back to the game, back to the game, back to the game, back to the game. Oh yeah, the wiping the weapon though? Kind of pointless, isn't it? Like, why do they wipe the weapon every time? Like, what? Like, do you not want to get people sharing blood? Like, oh no, no, guys, don't do that. There's STIs that can be spread that way, bro. I know, don't spread diseases, you know? Like, it's just blood. Like, just keep it on there and wash your weapons when you're done with the match. Like, why do they wipe every time? It doesn't really make sense. Right. Back to the game. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. No, not more skill checks. You let me know? Good. Not more skill checks. No, please. Minigames consist of 2 parts. On top, a pointer, which rotates. And the skill check. No! I don't even want to do these in DBD. Never mind in a freaking dating simulator. Kind of sucks it happens while streaming. It just happens at random points, honestly, and it sucks that, like, yeah, essentially it can just randomly happen, and it's like I've had this stream planned in my schedule for like weeks probably, and then my internet is like, fuck you, you don't get to stream on this day. And I don't know until I start streaming. That's the thing, there's no real way for me to tell unless I went into like DBD, for example, and played matches before, because I only see it affect DBD. It doesn't really affect much else, to be honest. Yeah, alright, you don't have to explain skill checks. Fuck this shit. Ready to play? I don't want you to repeat. I'm pretty sure they said space. Oh my god. These skill checks are worse than the merciless. That you tried. I know what you mean, merciless storm. You tried. You tried. Merciless. I think that's maybe how it's spelled. Merciless. Merciless? Did I put an S in it? For no reason? No, I spelled it right. I spelled it right. Confirmed. There you go. That is more like, that sounds like in English that would be pronounced Mercedes. Mercedes storm. Kind of fancy. I like it. Alright, skill checks. But it's not space. Oh shit, I forgot. I just pressed space and it typed in the chat. I'm an idiot. I guess I'm aiming for the oh. Perfect. Is it really? That didn't look perfect to me. But oh, perfect again. No, what the fuck is this shit? Oh, not bad. How are you expecting me to? I can't even get great skill checks in DBD, bro. What is this shit? Oh, completely missed. It's pretty good. I'd like to see what you can do for less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are done. What's wrong with machetes, bro? I only missed one skill check. I'll take that. 1 out of 5. 4 out of 5 success rate. Just saying. Sounds pretty good when you put it that way. I would give up on the dinner if I wouldn't eat. I would not. Like, I know in survival, most people do, like, anything to survive, but I do not care about my own survival that much. I would not eat. I wouldn't do it. Like, on this island, I would probably go and find something else to eat. Like, surely there would be something, especially because it looks like there's palm trees. Like, surely there'd be a coconut or anything. Something you could get nutrition from. You can go weeks without eating, so I'd just be like, fuck that shit, I'm not eating human meat. Dinner is finally served. Yes. These nuts. Got him. For real. The sounds especially coming from the mask killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. So impractical. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. These nuts! Got him! Sorry. That was a whole that is still to this day like a whole thing. Like, little did they know that saying these nuts would get them that far. Kinda crazy. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they tried to just stuff it through there, just like... Hear me out? What? These nuts? Got him! Hey, these coconuts though. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. Yeah, good. We'll abuse that shit tonight? Hell yeah. That's only one thing. Think about it, mommy. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. I was like, number 2? Like, number 2 person? Such a dumb move from me. But it's true, yeah. I guess you don't have to shit in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. Find out. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Well, when you put it that way, that's kind of hot. I'm joking. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. True. Smart. She's thinking ahead, because it would just like come out the cut if it could even. How ghost is she though? Like, she can hold a katana, but she can't eat. Something doesn't sit right about that, you know? why is that like, that's a scene in like Scrooge, I swear, like one of the Scrooges where like, I swear he drinks or something and it just like comes all out of his body. But like, I don't think he can interact with a katana, you know what I mean? I think he's a little bit different. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Look at that seagull. Over there. I'm sorry? This is gross. Well, I feel like this is gross is towards Spirit. I think I'm sorry might be towards Wraith or maybe Huntress. Someone who would be a bit like, why aren't you eating? But sure. And look at that seagull, feels like a trapper thing, you know what I mean? Like he's so dummy, but wow, seagull? So I'm gonna go in the middle, because why not? It's not the food or the company. I'm just super self-conscious of how I look when I eat. That does feel a bit wraithy. I was just pretending to be grossed out by dinner so I'd have an excuse not to chew in front of everyone. Sorry if that made things awkward. I'm actually extremely hungry. Yeah, watching people eat is gross, but try to relax and not worry about what everyone thinks. Squish? That's the sound he makes while he's eating. Trapper, I mean. Okay. It's so important to always remember people are watching you, judging you, definitely not ignoring you, right, guys? Is anyone listening to me? Anyone? Please listen. It just went significantly. I was confused then. I was like, is my laptop about to die? Because the screen went darker. Typically a group that includes one, if not more, cannibals staring at you with meat juice dripping from their chins would be quite scary. However, right now you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone get scared and run away. I'm a narrator, not a physician, so please don't take this as medical advice, but I'm pretty sure you need to eat to stay alive. Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. I mean, me and the ocean vibe, you know? It's a thing on this channel. Oh, just nearly yeeted my headset off. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and you might be the only one who can... And I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. Interesting. I'm guessing that refers to the different people, right? And I'm guessing, like, getting the trickster ending is, like, a special ending, because he's not, like, a part of the main group. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you'll pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths, maybe many of them lead to your demise, others lead to something worse. I'm quite happy to die, you know? There's like a compilation of my deaths in DBD in my head right now. I'm fine, I'm vibing. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? Am I right, bruh? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself, but the one that truly matters can be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth, the ultimate truth. Hey, that's Abyss's resub. Look at that! Would you look at that? Very nice. Very nice. Is he here? He's not here yet. He's not here, but he will be later. I'm sure. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. There's some quality early game storytelling. Sure. Is he here? He is here. He is here. The viewers don't know. There's a potential. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. Do I need all this advice? Let me be dumb. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I like, some of them I didn't. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. You wake up to find Spirit holding up your limp body, gingerly pouring cold water into your mouth. Why does it have to be Spirit, though? Oh, the beautiful me. Yeah, alright. The beautiful music and all that shit. Like, to the advice, no one want to have a dumb partner. True. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. What have I missed? What? Stop spending your money on Chris! I swear to God, someone go over to Scotland and take Chris's wallet away from him, so then he can stop giving me money in the streams. It's an actual serious problem. I appreciate it. I love it. Right? I love the support. The dom not dom. Oh, don't get me started on that shit. Appreciate it. Right? Appreciate it so much. It's great. I appreciate the support, but Jesus, man, how much money do you have to spend? Right. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside of me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. Be right back. Teleportation to Scotland is pending. A ridiculous amount? Well, you keep it to yourself, alright? You keep that money, you know, and spend it on onion rings. I'll support the onion rings. I'll support it. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? Don't need or want you don't want any more onion rings? Hold the fuck on. You don't want any more onion rings? Bro, I was gonna say, have you lost your mind? He means money? I was gonna say, have you lost your mind? What about the fucking onion rings? You always need more onion rings. Everyone does, alright? Everyone needs more food. Feed the world. Feed the world. Not a Christmas stream. Not a Christmas stream. You have 4 bags of onion rings in the freezer? That doesn't surprise me. Oh my god, right. Back to the... I was gonna say, not the onion rings, bro. How's work going, by the way? Have you finished? I'm guessing you might not have. But you just at the end of your shift? Going to see if I can that answers my question. You're still at work, okay? Do try and eat. You need to try and push it. You might want to just stop in by to say hello. I got that idea. I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, try and eat when you get home. Even if it's just like a sandwich or something light, you know what I mean? I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? I guess not to be the one. But look, love. It's this is bringing out a deep side of me. This is bringing out a deep side of me. Hold on. This question. Love. Dandy. Dandy is an English thing. It means like doing good, doing merrily good. You know what I mean? It's a more of an old like English thing that kind of you don't hear that much in English anymore. You know. Right, overwhelmed? How come you're overwhelmed, by the way? I love how I'm just intruding on you guys' conversation. Got shit to do. Back soon. Take time, take time. Right. back to the question, right? When it comes to like shit like this, right? To get deep about it, finding a partner and someone special who, you know, you have like an amazing connection with and it's your life partner, feels a lot of like, you know, problems in people's lives. Like this, as humans, we naturally want to come across people and feel loved by people in that way. But when you think of it in like how I think of it in a larger scale, right? I'm gonna have to pick the you've always been alone, because like things like the ocean and the worlds, there is billions of people on this planet, all right? And you know, something about that just hits different when you look at it. Like, even if you just think about the Earth itself, the Earth itself is actually alone. Like, it's in a solar system, but it's alone, you know? It's special. Alone doesn't always have to be a bad thing. Lonely is a different story, but alone can be a good thing. So I'm gonna pick alone. Also, Wraith in it. Maybe it's Spirit's words, or maybe it's the ocean, or maybe it's always been this way, but you suddenly feel connected to the Spirit's words. Sure. I may not remember much about my life before. He's so proud that Chris managed to lurk for at least a minute. Well, he's at work, so makes sense that Chris is the one that came with it. You should hear some of the shit I come out with. I try to keep it less English on stream, so it's like better for a bigger audience, but some of the stuff that comes out of my mouth, jeez. I may not remember much about my life before, but that's one thing I know to be true. I've always been alone. And always will be alone. Oh, that's not true, but sure. Spirit has turned from looking at the ocean and is looking directly at you. Hello? Can you imagine? She just turns around and she's just like... And I'm just there like... Huh? What? The wee wow woo? The one you sent me on Snapchat as a voice message? Are you on about how you diddly doodling? How you diddling? Diddling is actually an Irish thing, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's Irish. But I do say diddling. I come up. Look, you've not even gone there. How you ganning? How's it ganning? Ganning is like a weird way of saying going. That's like to do with my deadly doodling. No, diddling. 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 What's doodling? Yodeling? Yodeling. Right, no more. Oh, it's a funny idea, isn't it? Being alone. It's alright. It's not that funny. Together, it's the best we can hope for. Maybe. Or maybe it's too much to hope for. Maybe it's Why have I accidentally tamed the wild spirit? It's even hard to repronounce it. Which one? Doodling or diddling? Diddly doodling? Diddly doodling diddling? Doodling? Dodling? Or maybe it's too much to hope for. Maybe it's impossible to pretend we know anything. Is that just arrogance? Ugh, I was so dumb. Dumber. So busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself, and now I'm all I've got. Most of all, I got distracted from my true purpose. My destino. The purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a little silly, but Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach. When she's convinced it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I pushed it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid? That sounds badass. Man, I can't believe I missed the dog dancing, bro. All of it. Right? But I didn't let it out, and then yeah, you know, chop chop. I'm not even gonna go there. Because chop chop, it ain't nothing to do with killing to me. It's on about a specific act of chopping. You know what I'm on about, you know what I'm on about. But it's something I used to do. I'm not even gonna go there, but like at high school, I would make a joke about it and I'd go chop chop. Chop chop. Anyway, and now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside of you? Do I want to sound edgy? Or do I want to sound like I'm kind of burning from the inside out? Like hell. Do you want to pick? I'll let you pick. Which what? I'm just gonna put. Which one? Edgy. Fiery. Like the depths of hell. That might, like, you know what? Just like hell. It won't allow me to do that. Edge. Yeah. That's perfect. You've got 1 minute. Pick one. Do it. Otherwise, I'm picking nothing but darkness just for the bring me to life. Wake me up inside, can't wake up. No. Save me. I can't help it. I actually liked that song before it got memed, and then when it got memed, I could never listen to it the same again. Listened to it a lot when I was a child. Sing, please. Oh, there's no serious singing come out of me today. There you go. That was my. I was trying to dance like the dog. It's embarrassing. 50-50. Coin flip. Coin flip. Coin flip. I feel like it's not fair for me to input otherwise. Wait. Edgy queen. It's got to be a head like the queen. Coin flip. It's a head. We're an edgy queen. We're edgy. Nothing but darkness. Bring me to life. Sorry. 50-50. I'd kill to have a dragon. Maybe not the best of words, but the best choice of words. I mean, a dragon sounds awesome. Honestly, though, I don't feel like I've got anything inside me. Just darkness, never-ending darkness. And here I thought Spirit was the biggest goth on the island until you arrived. Of course you voted that. Perhaps I could light a torch and search through. Why am I accidentally taming the spirit? I swear down, like I'm not picking any of my options based on her, and she's really liked my edginess. Maybe she should be with Wraith, you know? She needs someone a little damaged, because she's damaged in a revenge way, but maybe she needs someone damaged in like a woe is me way, so they combine together and it ends up in just like this crazy mess of murder. Huh? Search through the darkness. Yeah, that's where I was at. Okay, just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry. What a weird word to... Okay. Of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the initiatory. Yay! and attend each event as scheduled. I don't like schedules. I like schedules, but don't, you know what I mean? I like to prep, but the rest of it can go. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. Sorry. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. Of course, yeah. Because they did slot that in. Because it's very important in the dating experience. Step 1 of how to tame a date. Show up. Show up to the date, whether it's because you were stranded on this island on purpose or because you need to show up. Show up. Don't not show up. Step 2. Fake being sick for pity points. Step 3. They're all yours. Playing sick? No, I was. No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Wow. Wow. Okay. Go, 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 go! Sorry. Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their spooky spooky nighttime story. Bro, just one story? But story time is we've got to pick Rafe. We've got to pick. I don't even know if I want to let you guys pick, because we've got to pick Rafe. We've got to let him tell his little story. I bet he has a good story as well. It's going to be really depressing and mysterious, and I'm okay with that. Trapper's going to be like, ha, blades. We've got to pick Rafe, right? It's a no-brainer. I don't even feel like I need to do a poll for it. Pick Rafe? Yeah. This is a narrative-heavy experience. I feel like he's just the one who's going to tell the best story anyway. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group. That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. I like that actually. We don't want the trapper. I mean, I'd be interested to pick him just to know what kind of story he would tell. But I'm not going to say there's going to be a good one. My question is, why would killers, like, you're talking about killers, alright? It's stupid enough that they get along, but you're telling me they sit round the campfire to have a little story time? Every day, maybe? Nah, some shit. Voice trembling, you realise this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. So sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me, to be honest. I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I passed out. Been there before. See, he just gets me. Sorry. Why am I obsessed with Rafe, though? Even though it's taking some it's weird. Normally I'm obsessed with women. But Rafe, he's caught my heart. Maybe it's because he's damaged and I feel like I want to help him and give him a hug, you know? Which is not, wait, some pressure off me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick on me, one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick and then drown you in his blood. Cynthia. For some muscle back on, you two know I love to hack, slash and slice. Ghostface? If Ghostface was in this game, I'd pick Ghostface, just saying. But you know they weren't gonna pick Ghostface because licensed, innit? We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounced my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. Okay. No, and they've actually changed his name to Nobody. I like that. But we still gotta get started on story time. So, Mommy, who do you think? Mommy. Why did I do that, bro? Who do you think should go? Ah. Damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody so quickly that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Rafe. Rafe, 100%. I choose you, Rafe. Whoa, whoa, this entire experience has been carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit? Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? You can see what you did now? Woo! Not really one for scary stories. Life is scary enough as it is. Oh yeah, he's gonna get deep for sure. You literally carry around a skull and a spine as your little prop. That's true. Oh, spooky music. Squish. Okay, we're ready. Should I do it in a voice? I'll maybe do it in a voice. As the other killers laugh, Rafe holds up his skull and gazes. Take your time, take your time. Gazes into its hollow, dark eye sockets. If you're looking for something Shakespearean, bring me a Fanta. Is that your? What is your favorite? That's your favorite? Is that your favorite? Or do you just like really like it? What's your favorite soda of all time? I don't know what mine would be. If I could pick, if we can involve energy drinks, I would pick Red Bull. Not because it tastes nice, but because it's Red Bull, innit? It's like car fuel. It's like the only thing that cracks through fatigue. Anyway, right, concentration. If you're looking for something Shakespearean in this story, look elsewhere. This is a tale of madness, of staring at the soul of death and never returning. Once upon a time, a young man worked at a junkyard. The man was quiet, kept to himself, just wanted to avoid trouble. While the boss dealt with clients, the young man operated the crusher, turning old cars into cubes of twisted metal. One day, right before crushing a car, he noticed something. Blood. Drip, drip, dripping from the trunk. He opened it and found a frightened stranger, bound and gagged. The young man reeled. Was he about to accidentally murder this stranger? How could this have happened? He freed the stranger, who ran off into the waiting arms of the boss, the owner of the junkyard. Before his shaken employee could tell him about the mistake they had nearly made, the boss swiftly took out a knife and slit the stranger's throat. The young man fell to his knees, unable to comprehend what was happening. As he stared at the ground, too shocked to cry, the boss approached him. "But what did you do?" he asked the boss. "I did your job for you." "What do you mean? That's not my job. My job is to crush the cars." The boss let out a miserable scoff, his face contorting in evil disdain for the pathetic wretch in front of him. Why so many fancy words? "Why do you think we're crushing these cars? To save space? Who do you think my clients are?" I don't know," mumbled the young man. "Yes, you do," screamed the boss. "Deep down, you've always known what was happening here. You just didn't want to admit it to yourself. Your hands aren't clean. My clients give me money and I take care of their problems, eliminate their witnesses, tie up loose ends. Or actually, you do." "No," the young man whimpered as the boss towered above him. "Yes, you're nothing more than an executioner, and you've reaped hundreds of souls." The young man's body shook with soft spasms as he tried to stop crying. It was when the boss started laughing that it happened. Something in the young man changed. He stood up, now taller than the boss. A faint glimmer of fear overtook the snarl on the older man's face. The young man's face was empty. Empty as he grabbed the boss's throat and dragged him to the car in the crusher. Empty as he picked up the boss and stuffed him inside. Empty as he slammed the trunk down on him, his stupid fat head sticking out, begging for mercy. Empty as he started the machine, staring at the boss and its snivelling, crying, wet face. Empty as he grabbed the boss's head, dug his fingers in, further piercing the skin. Empty as he squeezed and pulled, empty as he heard the bones popping and snapping. This is fucking graphic, man. But when the boss's head, still attached to his spine, pulled cleanly out of its disgusting sack of a body, he smiles. Rafe stares back into the eye sockets of his skull. It doesn't matter how good you are, how innocent, how kind, how full of love you once were. When you look into the eyes of evil, you'll surely go mad. Holy shit, I need a drink. Oh my god. I need Red Bull right now. I don't drink, like, alcohol. Red Bull is my alcohol. Holy shit, that's a story and a half. I'm guessing that is actually referring to Rafe's story. Like, it's not just a story, is that his story? Which, if it is, because I don't know the laws about the killers, that's crazy. But I like that, right? He's not just someone who seeks blood and wants to kill people. He's someone who was used and abused until it literally drove him to absolute insanity. And he felt empty inside because he could never fix what he's done, even though he didn't even really know, you know what I mean? That's kind of crazy. That's deep shit. An awkward silence falls upon the room. There is no room, we're outside. Until... I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really know. Should I... Maybe the top one? Praise his story? I mean, it was a good story. It was just depressing, man. Not making a joke! I'm not doing that! There's times and places, and normally I'm renowned for making jokes at bad times, but not maybe at this time. Ask about the story. I could ask about it. I don't know. I praise him. I think I ask about it. I think I want to know more. That poor young man, I wonder what happened to him. Oh yeah, we may never know. Wherever he is, I hope he's okay. He likes that. He likes that. That makes sense, right, though, because I feel like that's not a story you praise, because if that's, like, what really happened to the Wraith, then that's, like, not a good thing. As much as it's, like, a good story, it's also a bad thing that that's, like, clearly a true story, you know what I mean? So you don't want to praise that that's happened to someone. That makes sense. I can't tell, but I think Wraith just smiled. I think there's a little cute smile there. He's like a dog, you don't really know. Welcome back. Ash, what's your favourite soda? What's your favourite soda? You missed that part, because you left. Sorry, it's just weird to see him do it. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit, so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all 7 seconds because Trickster shows up. Oh, here he is, and he's blaring his latest song. That it? That's his song? Disappointing. You don't like Fanta? Have you tried... The thing is, with Fanta and with, like, different sodas, they change flavour in different countries. So, have you tried Fanta in a different country? Because that's something you gotta do, man. Gotta do. You don't like Fanta. Fanta in Wales tastes different. I don't... Maybe this is just me, but it tastes different than Fanta in England as well. I'll go for Sprite or Coca-Cola. Coke Zero? Okay. You do you. First did initially in Italy as well in Morocco. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I feel like the fruit Fanta is really nice, like the pink one. I like both. My favorite, yeah, Fanta is your favorite of all time, Alex. I can understand that. I can vibe with that. I've already said, I think if we're counting energy drinks, I'd have to count Red Bull. Is the worst? That's kind of shady, Ash. Hey, baby. You look lonely. Mind if I join you? Not lonely. And I like Trickster, alright? In DBD, Trickster is naturally charismatic. But I don't know if they pulled that off in this. Yeah, shady. I mean, I don't think they did. I don't think they pulled off his this charismatic energy and his charisma that just like circles around him, you know, that makes you want to really go there. Maybe that's just me. Maybe. He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I'm the ultimate catch on this island. Apparently so. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. What's wrong with sardines, my dude? You forgot something? Oh, take your time, Ash. Dear me. No one can give you what I can. Okay? You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. I'm a bit confused. True. I am confused about what to make of his cryptic clues. They're not exactly cryptic. They're pretty simple. That I can give you something that everyone else can't. Come find me. Not exactly cryptic. But you're not going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Rafe approaches you. Hey, I'm probably not making a great impression because I guess that's not really my thing. Oh, he's awkward. Ah, I just know that if you got to know me, when we get in a laughing emote, well, I should be back to making emotes. If not next week, the week after. Probably the week after, because next week's still quite busy. So when that'll be, we want more emotes. Yeah, it's like I'm not, obviously, like over Christmas and stuff, I've just not had the time, to be honest, to like piss around with graphics. It's not that I haven't thought about it, trust me. And if you want a laughing emote next, I can do that next, that's fine. But I will get around to it, don't you worry about it. I will. It's just like, I'm just waiting for Christmas and New Year to pass. And then I'll get back to my usual self a bit more, because I'll have more time. No one's over Christmas yet, that's exactly right. And it's literally New Year's Eve tomorrow, which is insanity. Like, I was supposed to be going out on New Year's Eve, potentially, and I'm so tired from Christmas, I don't even know if I'm going to. Because it's too much. This year has been insanity for me. I don't know how it's been for everyone else. I know Christmas is always chaos every year, but this year has been like really chaotic for me. I just know that if you got to know me, then, I mean, look, the others aren't around. I really hate the fire pit. I just hate fire in general. Maybe we could go back to the pool. And like, I don't know, whatever, you know? A dip in the pool with the Wraith. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow him. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Why does the ocean not want me to go with Wraith? I don't actually... What? Do I look like I'm looking for you? Does he look like I'm looking for a dog? You just want mods. You're just cheeky. You're cheeky. You just want mods. I was actually looking for my hot water bottle. Oh, it's right behind me. I just can't feel it because my hoodie is so big. It's an hoodie, that's why. Yes, love you too. Love you very much, but you need to go away so I can do my stream. Yeah, sorry to say. Right. Tonight, for the first time, welcome back. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. Just about 10:30. what's happening for the first time at 10:30? For the first time in history? Oh god. It's gonna start raining men. It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. Sorry. Continuing. You and your storyteller friends slip into the water. Jess, if you can hear Jesse licking my hand, I'm sorry. Tune. It's a classic. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Hey, do you remember my story? I mean, it was like, do you remember my story? It was a bit of a stutter. You mean the one you just told? Like a minute ago? Alex is here, yes. And Ash is here back at the moment. Yeah. Yes. Did you, I mean, like, what did you think of, the young man in the story? Do you think he's weird? What? I think, to be honest, I would forgive him. I don't, it seemed like obviously because he goes literally insane from knowing what he's been doing and what this man is doing. It feels like he really didn't know. He was just naive and innocent. Alex, what the fuck? What was the old jab about earlier? Ooh. And I can't tell you if he's weird or not, but I'd forgive him. I'd forgive him. What happened to him would make anyone snap. And who knows what happened in the past to lead him to that point. He was just trying to be good. Yes, that's all he wanted, was to be good. Aww. I was lurking, but you saw it. Ooh, beef? Alex is gonna leave now. She'll be like, I don't want to. Well, that makes sense. Did the young man remind you of anyone? Did the young man remind me of anyone? Yes and no. Both. Yes and no, yeah. Yes and no. I think that's what makes it such a great story. It's unique and surprising, relatable and familiar. I think we all know someone like that young man, and I think we all have a little of him inside us. Rafe giggles, not in a gross way, like you're thinking. But I wasn't thinking he giggles gross. Don't shade him like that, narrator. But very silly one. I assume he's imagining a tiny little version of himself dancing around in his own belly, because that's just who he is. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly. Is it cold in this water now? Is it just me? It feels like my toes are turned into ice cubes. Rafe seizes up and squeezes his eyes shut. Please, I can't be around any cube talk. Oh, I didn't even think about that. You didn't even give me a chance to not say that. I'm sorry. Not since I heard that story from someone else a long time ago, of course. Yeah, definitely not Rafe's story. The story you just told us 2 minutes ago. Exactly. The one that wasn't about me. Usually we'd be nervous that we were about to make things awkward when we barge in, but obviously we couldn't hold a candle to whatever was happening here tonight. True, Rafe is naturally awkward. It's kind of cute. Either way, it's time for bed. For you two, but not us. After you go to sleep, that's when we party. Woo, party! What are they doing though? What kind of party? Is this a sex party? And why am I not invited? Is Trickster gonna be there? Why am I not invited? I'm just spending all day cooped up in those tight little safari themed resort uniforms. You just know those two rage late into the night. But you're not here to party with them. You've got your own repressed relationships to attend to. Okay. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. I think we've established it's cold. Looking into the cracking embers, you think about Rafe's story, about the young man who found out he was part of a sinister plot. What don't you know about your current situation? Is it something that will terrify you? Something that will make you snap? What if you look into the eyes of evil? And what if you like it? Well, Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smile stretching ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by a fireplace. Well, when you put blood in the scene, it is. When you put blood there, it is, bro. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're gonna make you comfortable. Or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume to a minimum, or our other guests aren't... our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Right? Sleep? Ready to sleep? As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide you might adjust the dial and fix it. Keep it... Which... I could put it in a number generator. Number generator. And we can do a minimum of 80. Not saying I'll be able to hit this, just saying. To 100 and 2. That's 192. Close enough. Are we ready? I didn't think about the even numbers. 92 and 94. That's what I'm aiming for. Wow. Alex getting beefed again. She sent him 4 emojis and got beefed for it. Bro, that is some bullshit. Right, are we ready? I'm gonna do skill checks. 92. Let's see what's on 92. It's a little quiet. You guys can't even hear it. Here you go.
Now join me on a stroll down memory lane. Behavior's been making games for about 30 years now, mostly for other people, for licenses and other publishers and developers. But all of us on the team, we have our own stories we want to tell. And one of those stories that we've been wanting to tell for a long time is the story of this fantasy, being a villain in a horror movie. Way back when, a decade or so ago, people were telling us horror doesn't sell. I mean, unless you're like the big ones, like Silent Hill or Resident Evil, but really, don't even try. So we tried. We didn't give up. We released one as a comedic twist on this called Naughty Bear. If you don't know Naughty Bear, go check it out. It's magical. A little later on, though, we had one of our designers come up with a little prototype, a very simple hide-and-seek thing with someone trying to hide and do a thing, and someone else trying to catch them and finish the game. And it was so good. It was pure thumb candy. And we figured that by slapping on that skin of the 70s, 80s horror slasher flick, we were onto something remarkable. So we put the old band back together. We went and get Ash and Dave and Phil, and we put a team of about 30 talented, special people on it. And in June of 2016, Dead by Daylight came to be. One
Never
of the
heard of
first
it.
key moments for us happened
Naughty Bear.
just a little before launch. So the first Halloween before launch,
Never heard
we
of it.
showed it internally to the rest of the behavior people. I remember we put the killer on the big screen and we put the survivors in a different room and we had people play the game, and there was a lot of excitement and it was really cool. And then we put the survivor on the big screen and people went a little nuts and we saw the crowd really gather and root for the little guy to survive. And we realized at that point that not only was Dead by Daylight going to be a great game, but it was going to make for an amazing show.
Sure. That's it. I don't know why the audio there is like so much quieter than everywhere else, but let me just... DBD is fine. DBD's good, right? But the thing about DBD that's good is all about like... How do I explain it?
Join me
No, 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 no.
Behavior's
Turn it
been
off.
making games
Turn it
for
off.
about 30 years.
Turn it off. We don't need to listen to it again. Right, the thing about DBD though, I don't know if it's less the horror aspect, because I don't know if this is just me, but DBD I do not see as much of a horror game. At least in a modern society. The same with like Resident Evil, like it borderlines, alright? It's definitely more of an action survival based game than aimed at the real horror roots, which is, you know, like it takes inspiration from, but same with Alien, like all they're a little bit, to me they're a little bit. You see, it's an international track and field of a twist. It's just, I don't know. It's got a lot of potential in the gameplay, but like there's problems, isn't there, with DB? It's a great game, but there's problems, as there is with lots of games, alright? And it's all about, like, I feel like maybe it's to do, I mean, don't get me wrong, I have no idea, but maybe it's to do with, like, the original actual coding with DBD and how they came up with the idea, and it just doesn't mesh well with all the ideas that they have. And there's forever problems with it. And you're right, like, DBD used to be a lot better because, like, now as more players are flooded in, the environment of, like, survivor versus killer and the actual people are a little bit very competitive. I think there almost needs to be a ranked and a non-ranked mode, kind of like Call of Duty. So people who actually really do care about ranking up can do their shit, and it is what it is. Like, if I'm prepared to deal with people like that, I'll deal with them. But then on the days where you just want to play the game and have an experience, but you don't really care about the stuff around it, non-ranked, you know what I mean? First two fixes they need is to take out Dead Dog Saloon and Trickster. Don't know about that one. Don't know about that one. Hate to break it to you. I like Trickster. And I like Dead Dog. You know I love Dead Dog. It's the most balanced map in the game. The original consent. Oh yes, that kind of consent. I was thinking like sexual consent. I was like, what? Was that you would try and survive until the morning? The time actually passed. Yeah, I've seen that. I like that idea. I will say, like, the maps that are in darkness do kind of have more of a horror aspect, don't they? Yes. I was like, consent? Everyone needs consent. Anyway, no matter how many things you listen to, you can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who'd you like to summon by your side as you lay by the fire? I'll give you guys the choice here. I mean, you know where my vote lays, but you know, you guys can choose. Who? I'm just gonna call it who. Because I can't be bothered. Why is Ash not here ever to do any of these with me? Because he can actually do them for me, which would make it, you know, just a bit quicker probably. Spirits, although yeah, probably quicker to be fair. I type pretty quick. Coldwind Farm used to be nighttime. Why did they change it to daytime? Do you know why they changed it to daytime? It's an interesting choice. More drink. Are you sure you pick? Because otherwise I'm picking Wraith. If you don't want me to pick Wraith, vote. Or you really do want me to pick Wraith, then vote. They changed it because we aren't allowed to have nice things. Yeah, well, they looked at the community and they went, ew. Like, look at them guys, you know what I mean? Like, they do not deserve love and affection. Trapper, You voted Trapper! No one else voted. My favourite person in the entire thing. How did you know I wanted to spend time with Trapper? I swear to God, I'm actually gonna have to go through and play this game by myself just so I can rave it up. Like, because at this rate, I feel like the way they're gonna do it, I don't fully remember the endings, which is why I'm playing it now, because it doesn't ruin it. But I feel like there's obviously going to be a trickster ending. I don't know what's going on with that, but he's clearly very interested in, like, a romantic way, even. But I feel like there might be a point where it's, like, a halfway success and a full success, you know? Like, done bits, full bang, shebang. Obviously, we're not banging, but you know what I mean? The community's a bunch of... Wow. Wow, that's kind of shady. Trapper, are you around? I was wondering if we could get a little company. Trapper tells you his secret for falling asleep when he's restless. A heavy bearskin blanket is all you need. That doesn't work. Just go for a late night walk and punch the first person I come across. You know what? I'm gonna try that. I don't know how long I'm gonna be streaming. I got what you meant. Streaming, you know, it's what it is. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm on an hour and a half at the moment. I might just, like, stop when I stop, you know, because it's a dating sim, like, I feel like I'll just stop when it's a good point to stop and then be like, alright, see you later, piss off, you know? We'll see. At least 2 hours. So I'm at least going for another half an hour, but I'm already, like, losing. I'm not gonna give you... I can't give you less or more, you know? But at least 2 hours. I'm not doing more. I probably won't do more than 3 hours today. I feel like I need the physical rest, you know what I mean? You're a real charmer, Trapper. I'm not sure I'm brave enough to kill a bear or skilled enough to skin it. True. You're certainly not either of them things, as far as I can tell. Oh, thank you. Here, hold on to this. Try not to hurt yourself. Wow! Wow, it's an entire bear's paw. That's exactly what... How did he know this is what I wanted for Christmas? Oh, you know what? I don't do Christmas lists, but this year, that I have a lisp. You just heard that I've got a lisp, by the way. I don't do Christmas lists. Can't do it. Lists. No. I hate the Trapper is so annoying to me. I don't even know why. He's just so annoying. I wouldn't kill a bear, but I'd like to fight one. Best of 3 wins. But if you're not... Where does the fight end if you're not going to kill it? Like, at what point does one of you win? You know? Complete with sharp claws. Wow. Christmas list right there. The only thing on it. Wow, thank you so much. It's like the most aggro version of a rabbit's foot you've ever seen. When one of us taps out, because yeah, look, it's like a bear can obviously just go, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. You know what I mean? Because he'll think to do that. Very natural, because bears actually watch like wrestling and stuff, so they really understand that. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't a real sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. By now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. That's not true. That's not true. Pretty sure it's more than that. Swear it is. How much water makes up human body? Pretty sure. It is 60%? Am I losing my mind? The average is 60%. I was thinking 70. Things change, man. It is 70. That's what I mean. I think it's changed since I've been in school, man. Wow, I'm old. Holy shit. They taught 70 when I was at school. So 60, 70, it doesn't make too much of a difference, I guess. No, of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Said it wrong. Yes, I'm not alone. Hey there, old timer. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you'd like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. Yeah, you figured me out once again. I'm trying to become water girl. Me, water girl. That is my goal. You figured it out. Wow, thank you so much. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Huntress is rifling through your pockets. Oh, you're awake. I wasn't stealing from you, merely trying to get to know you better by seeing what sort of trinkets you keep close. I saw you with the trapper right before bedtime. Look, I'm not saying I don't trust them, but well, yes, I am saying that. I don't trust anyone I don't already have tied up. So it's making sure they didn't do anything fishy. And making sure you're not a soldier. Soldiers killed my father, you know. She's deep. She's deep. She's not just muscle. She's deep. She's got a heart. Well, I've got you. You should really consider spending more time with me. I'm not scary. You're not? Not at all. Just a lost girl on a big island. I've been watching you since you got here, you know. Not in a creepy way. Sounds kind of creepy. Huntress pauses for a moment. Alright, in a charmingly creepy way. Okay, well, at least she admits it, bro. I've noticed how fun-loving you seem. Look at her. Her fingers have 6 packs. She is just fully muscle, bro. Why is it with me and bro? Sorry. If you spend some time with me tomorrow, maybe, I'll take you to this special place I found. It's all mine. None of the other killers would have been able to find me there. It's quiet and isolated. Maybe I'll even show you how to make beef stroganoff. Who can I play? Jeff? You want me to play Jeff right now? Sure. Sure. That all sounds very enticing. I'll let you get back to bed. It's been a long day. Shh. Yeah, that's how you get me to sleep. You just say shh. Huntress places a gigantic hand on your forehead and your eyes flutter closed. Finally, alone. For real this time, maybe. You drift off asleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Very black. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't... Oh geez. Sorry. This isn't oh geez. It is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat an all-organic diet of raw deer, bear, and human. And I'm as fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. There's always time to turn things around. Like that one time I spent day and night searching for food in vain, only to return to my cabin, spent and starving, to find a family of squirrels resting in my chimney. They were delicious. What about the diseases, bro? Look, I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage. Of course, he's talking about himself. So you can use it. I'm a master of self-control, and right now I'm using all the self-control I can muster because today was a disaster. Let's just say I didn't love it. Haha. That was funny. Laugh. I said laugh, damn it. Anyway, I'm planning to kill this idiot. Don't tell them though. I want to lead them on a little more. It'll make it that much better for me when they're screaming. Great. Today was fun. Don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes, or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart. Aww, why is Rafe just great? That's probably what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? Amen. Amen. Oh, and here she is. I know that everyone thinks of me as beautiful, as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay? Those are a choice for sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. True. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. Okay. I got an achievement called Still Alive. Yeah. Always wanted to be woken up by a woman who could literally, oh my god. I hope she's not ripping it off. And throw it into the sea, like, so sharks can eat it? Do you know who killed the spirit? No, I don't know any of the lore. Don't read lore. I'm not on the killers, because I don't... No offense, don't really care. The Oni? Is that actually true? You bullshitting me? Are you actually a mentally ill father? The Oni? Is Oni her father? She was killed by her father? But who's her father? Is Oni her father? Another question. Is Oni Spirit's dad? Sure. Oni and Spirit are dad and daughter? So Spirit is the same type of map as Oni. In the Spirit hidden trailer, Spirit's mom gets killed by the dad in an Oni mask with a katana. So why does she hate on society? It just sounds like she's got daddy issues, am I right? What's that got to do with society? Anyway, you open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire and woke up several yards down the beach. No, not at all. Wait, are you on vacation? The more you know, because learning is fun. Fun, 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 fun. Are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? That's true. Talk about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible... I don't like coffee. Start the day off right. That looks awful. Seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind this joyful demeanor, though. Wow, everyone knows musicians are morning people. Are they? The more... I'm learning stuff about myself every day. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret... Musicians are not morning people. I'm just gonna put that out there. My only regret is I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues, of course, yeah. I'm also swamped with engagements, especially on the other islands. Trista winks at you. See, he gets hearts, everyone else gets sparkles. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. At least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that? What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard? Is this a little loud? Yeah. They've upped the music volume again. Inconsistent audio. DBD isn't a musician, is it? The creators don't know what they're doing. Joking, I'm joking. He definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. Right. That was certainly not coffee. And I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, or torturing you yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise, the type of place that you give a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to. Not an internal prison of pain. You're right, they don't know what they're doing. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. Yeah, DBD. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hands? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognise the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. They had to make a political reference, because that's so funny, because so many people, like me, decided to take politics at college and have a deep interest in the government on a daily basis, and honestly really understand that joke. They didn't have to take it there. but they wanted to, you know. Maybe there is one person on that team who took politics at college and felt the need that joke had to be in there. I get it. I get it. That's definitely what happened, right? Bro, don't even. Politics jokes in a dating simulator? I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the lands. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I'd like to say something of grave importance. Go ahead. You know the ocean is right. The whole thing skipped. Okay. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. Sure. It skipped the text. Whatever he said, very important. I definitely got it. You should really judge it on the artist's intent and whenever... What is this volume? What is this volume? I'm glad that it's not too bad for you guys. Jesus Christ, why is it getting so much louder? Not like the French to get political. What's this got to do with the French? You should really judge it on the artist's intent and wherever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, I mean, vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. Is it a French company? The more you know. I don't stereotype against any place though. I'm not, no stereotypes for me. I don't associate French with being political. I don't even associate Irish as being drunkards. Just saying. Wow, that was old English of me though. Holy shit. The universe is filled with mysteries. We also celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as a part of a creative process, with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not to be overly critical of them. My stomach! Why am I so hungry? To be fair, I haven't eaten yet for tea. Maybe I will finish at 2 hours just so I can eat. Tempting. I'll think about it. To be fair, I am also losing my voice quite badly, which doesn't help when you need to speak so much, but it is just because I'm speaking. This entire stream is just me not shutting up. So I hope you're enjoying it. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? Order food? Don't do that. Don't send me more money. I don't know what I'll do for food. I'll think about it. You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on this... Accidentally had a spasm and clicked ahead. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, mommy. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the islands? Yes, I'm not suspicious. There's no option. Yes, it's been really entertaining. Yes, I've been in a lovely time. I think the bottom one. Yeah. What an encouraging response! And we're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey Claudette, maybe Mommy isn't suspicious because they figured out what they're actually doing here? Zero chance, they're still clicking. Even right now, to see how you'll respond. Hey, look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. It doesn't matter though, Mommy. We're so happy to have you here. That's the wrong here. That is the wrong here. That's the wrong here. I can deal with other people. Come on. I know there's a lot of text in this thing, but that's the wrong here. That's here, not here. You're having fun. Wait, what was it? There? What was it, Ash? It is the right here? Is it? Yeah. Is it? Really? Of course. I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun. Do you hear us? That's the right here. We're all having fun. We do need to ask you one more question though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. They said to hear you are oh, did they? Did I skip a word or five? Here, look, it is what it is. It's right. I'll give him that. That's fine. If that's what they said, fair enough. I'll let them off. Skipping words. I read backwards, not forwards. Well, at the moment, I'm reading forwards and it's fucking me up. But on my actual day-to-day, I read backwards most of the time because I'm weird. And then I have to translate it forwards. That's why it takes me a while to read sometimes. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? No. No, I will not. You bitch. No, I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word that I, Mommy, agree with the terms of this verbal contract. Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes. Hey, Mommy, it's totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games, resorts like this. Of course, that's true. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, it is grumbling. They all right? That can only mean one thing: breakfast. Don't say the food or the breakfast or any kind of food related word. Just made me more hungry. I'm like a dog. I like saliva at the mouth. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach spots. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? No yogurt for me. Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. Great. Good to know. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection. Psychology? Hold on a second. We've had politics jokes, we've had dad jokes, and now we're bringing in psychology? Why? What is going on? I mean, it actually makes sense for psychology to be involved in a dating simulator, I guess. But what are they on about? Onion rings? How rude. To be fair, onion rings don't make me feel as hungry as some other foods. Some foods, I don't even know if I can say it out loud. Don't forget the trickster. He's a joke. He's not a joke. He's pretty hot. Tesco meal deal. That's it. Starving. Starving. watering at the mouth. I'm literally watering at the mouth right now. It's actually disgusting. Tesco freaking meal deal. Oh my god, give me some water. Tesco meal deal, bro. Oh, chicken Caesar wrap. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went. In case anyone was wondering, personally I wasn't. Me neither. I can't imagine you could make me any angrier today than you did yesterday, but I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated. Anyone see where my left cleaver? Where I left my cleaver. Just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is. Okay. Well, that was bizarre. Chicken Caesar wrap. Tesco meal deal. Chicken Caesar wrap. Red Bull. Salt and vinegar McCoys. Oh, I'm in heaven. I can't even. It's not the same thing because they do it with these beautiful, like, different wraps. I can't remember what they're made out of. They're really special. The whole thing is really special, and I can't even have it anymore because, like, I'm going pescatarian soon, which means no more chicken Caesar wrap. I'm gonna have to find a better Tesco meal deal thing. Although Tesco sushi isn't that bad, so I could deal with the sushi. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Nope. Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. How about I don't care? I'm joking, I do care. This island is treacherous. I don't know what the newcomer thinks they are doing here, but it certainly isn't helping any of us. Whoa, Huntress pretends to be all independent, but she is secretly. I thought that said MILFs! Chickens are the fish of the land. You love sushi? Sushi's great, right? I've gone sushi semi recently. I mean semi, like in the past few years. And that's it. Loved it. She's kind of... I just read MILFs. You and her aren't getting along. There we go. Oh well, that surely must be it. No one would weirdly stand up during breakfast too, and just like that, here comes Spirit. Something's not right. Did anyone feel especially cold last night? Not in the technically dead sense, but in the, I don't know, some other sense. It's like for the first time in a long time, I felt the sun yesterday, and then it went away. I didn't like it. Okay. I kind of felt... I don't feel the sparks. I don't feel the same. Yes, and Rafe had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Oh, I'm perfect. There he is. Take us home, Rafe. Oh, hey, that was fun yesterday, huh? I mean, not like too much fun, but that would be weird, but good. Like a good amount of fun. Yeah. Wow. And they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. That's a power play? That's like a wimp play, bro. I guess they're being sarcastic, I'm sure. Just saying, I get it. Ha, funny. Insulting me. Keep 'em wanting more. You're so good at this game. Sexy true to life experience. True. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. We're not eating on this game a lot, are we? Wish I eat meat to try the sushi with sashimi. I just like salmon. Salmon and tuna. This is why I'll be okay when I'm pescatarian. Salmon and tuna, sushi, fine. Good enough for me. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself and clear your head. Start a tuna and breathe. Tuna and cucumber? Above this world. I love cucumber. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. Is that okay? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind and you're seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, no. Stick it in there. A little more. A little more. Oh yeah, that's it. How does that feel? Wet? Cucumber? What's wrong with cucumber? What is wrong with you? Like, you saw a guy sitting at a bus stop just eating a whole cucumber. It made you angry. I chop it up into slices and like season it a little bit. Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is you're fucking telling me. Now I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Don't feed my dirty brain like this. Just like that. Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever it is they're doing. They're definitely not having sex, but I'm hearing it that way. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on the chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and I could hear you well, you know. You don't know what? What do you think we were doing? Obviously not. You were doing, I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like fun. That's one way to put it. You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key to finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? To cause you misery? Because it wants to be there? I don't know. Makes sense. Sure. Did you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? Dwight just got freaking shaded. No, this guy was just going to town. Not doing that again. Should have just shouted, Dwight, stop hiding in that locker. Dwight's kind of sexy, isn't he? Look at him. I can't even say that seriously. In like a weird way. You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. My life is a nightmare and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry runes and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck. Mommy, you're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, then please make sure your ghost tells us how. Bless him. They're sick of it, aren't they? Oh, it's both a tragedy and a comedy. Shut up. You like it, do you, narrator? Well, you ain't very smart, are you? Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was in short a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. You're dedicated to achieving a true centered sense of calm. That ain't gonna happen. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up the sun in a heated pool. Today you're on a date with you. Not the case. Ooh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? I think you would. And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tip like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. It's this trickster again. But that's no tree at all. It's Trickster. Hey, babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kind of lazy. Whatever though. Breakfast is done. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do I can't say it. Don't judge me, but it's the M's and the N's, bro. I can't do it. It's the M's and the N's. I have an actual thing where, like, I struggle to pronounce words with M's and N's in. Intermittence. Got it. Fasting. You seen my abs, by the way? Yes, we've seen them. You have got them on show all the time. Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know the IP islands? IP address? Oh, that sucks. Can't even spell treat right. Where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Catch you around? I don't really want his private show. Sorry to say. Your hands are cold? How come your hands are cold? His abs are pretty amazing. You gotta give him that. Sure. The blow up bat? Is it a blow up bat? Threatening but adorable? Threatening? Adorable, sure. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. Yeah, alright. Behavior, chill out. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that guy's gone, we've got some ground rules established. We're definitely going to abide by. It's time to lay back, take some deep breaths. Slow breaths. Deep slow breaths. And nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Oh, it's Spirit. That checks out. You guys have got pretty cozy. Yeah, apparently so. We should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcome darkness to this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot. But I guess I've got a feeling that you'll appreciate it in the way that I do. Not like these other killers, they don't get me. Oh, but I'll get them. I'll get them all. I'll get my father too. I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me. Law! Law! Sorry. Spirit radiates with a menacing aura, waving her sword around in the air as she threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary, and more than a little hot if you get turned on by menacing. I thought that said Mercedes. Look, all this time on Murderous Island has got us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I'd suggest you do the same. You've never seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance, but you've also seen that there's a more sensitive side hiding within her. Which one do you think will win out? You consider her offer, but before you can decide if you want to go off with the spirit. The Wraith interjects! Hey, boo! Honestly, Spirit's great. She's the only one around here that doesn't totally get on my nerves. I guess you've got good taste, but I don't know, we could hang out. I could show you some cool stuff if you want. Or forget I said anything. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today. And also, you don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember these are all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonades, make bloody lemonades, and then die in a horrible, wretched, raving death. After drinking it because the lemons were poisoned. Oh wow! Bloody poisoned lemonade. Sorry, this island has really got me tilted. I get it, bro. So who will it be? Sorry, I'm picking for myself. I gotta go with Wraith. Wraith? Yes, I picked you. Sorry, I stopped paying attention and thought I was hallucinating, and now, really? Yes, really. Cool. I feel like this might actually be a good place to leave it off. Pensive painting. We got another achievement. I think we could leave it off here. This could be a little bit, like, mysterious. Dare I say it? Mysterious. Maybe I've lost my mind. Sure. We're gonna leave it off here. That's my decision. It's not too bad as well. Like 2 hours 15. Somewhere in the middle. Is that okay? It feels like it's a good part. I was gonna like leave it off at 2 hours 30, but it feels like we're gonna be in the middle of a date if we do that. Yes? Then I can go get some food. I'm actually starving. Yep. Okie dokie. It's alright? Good. Okay. We get a little music in the background though, it's a preview. Right. Okay. You give me a treat, but the dog gets it though. The dog literally gets it though. What do you mean? You gotta give me a treat. Right. Here's some food. Oh, okay, I get it. Thank you. Right then. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream, as usual, everyone. I'm gonna turn my volume down, just so, you know, I can actually hear. Thank you so much for stopping by, everyone. That's the stream for today. I'll be back, well, literally on Tuesday. Seems as I won't see you beforehand. Have a great new year, everyone. Well, I'll literally see you in the new year. Great New Year's Eve. Celebrate the end of the year. Enjoy the rest of the evening. And have sweet Trapper dreams. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because that's what I'm dreaming about. Trapper. Sure. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you all later. Bye, everyone. Bye. Oh yeah, also, squish. Mwah. Happy Squishmas. See you, everyone.